Okay. Hi, I'm Heather, and I know I'm going to get really distracted by my big screen up here, so I'm probably going to have to set things up differently than I currently have them. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Anyhow, okay, here's what's going to happen for now. So what's important for you to know right now is I am doing a what can I do from here kind of day. So what I got going on. Okay, here's one of my rolling desks. It's in process of getting set up. It's still a mess. I know it, but there's a lot of good stuff going on here and figuring out. Okay, oh boy, look at that. That looks cool. Nice. Okay, so I've got my big monitor up. Oh my god, that really does look super cool. I have my big monitor up here, and then my okay, see, my hot pad on and my castor oil pack because I stepped on another bee. And also my foot keeps saying it's gonna go out on me. So gotta sit here with the castor oil pack. And it's also really nice to have this big hot pad. Like, check this guy out, man. This is really not the way to be doing what I'm doing right now. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. So just, okay, wait. Okay, let's see here. All right. Anyway, okay, see how big this guy is? Wrap, cover up. Oops, oh, you didn't see. Yeah, here's my castor oil pack. Hi, buddy. Hi. And this one is one that's actually for knees, I think, but just figure out different ways to put it on. I actually can walk around a little bit in this one, the way I've got it. So that's cool. I figured it out. But then I cover up my feet and I wrap it around and I get to have really cozy tootsies. And I also like that this one has so many different functions I can do. I can change how long it is. I can crank it up to be a lot hotter. So I like that it'll go off after a while. I don't remember to turn them off very often, so I don't like them running when I'm not using them. Okay, okay. Oh, the other cool thing is I am sitting very comfortably on a love seat. It was a gift from my housemate Lisa. It was on the front porch for a little bit, but then it started to rain, so we brought it in, and I love it. It's the perfect size for me. It's the perfect couch for me in a lot of ways, but not quite wide enough. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing my lap desk. Okay. So I guess I need to pay insurance. Okay, thank you. I'm going to reset that. This is my executive assistant. Anyway, its job, my phone's job, is to make sure I don't forget to pay my bills on time. Normally I use auto pay, but there was a fucking bank issue a while back that that means now I have to remember to pay my insurance on my own. Like it's not auto pay, and they won't let me do auto pay, and it's fucking annoying. What is this? Oh, okay. Okay, I came here to remind myself to pay my insurance. So then we're going to change this to also come back on tomorrow. And then hopefully I'll be prepared to do it tomorrow. Okay. So I need my lap desk in order to really be able to do this. But, oh no, okay. I'm thinking it out loud in real time. I thought I knew what I was gonna do, but then it's changing as we go. Okay. For now, okay, I need to focus on this. My writing assistant and I have been working really hard on my fundraiser because there's a bunch of different directions I could go. And I've been frustrated with how long it's been taking to get it together, but I've known all along, but I really know for sure now that the timing wasn't right and the message wasn't right. The message now, what's coming through is the way Healing House can come into existence. But first, I must be supported And, I must have reliable, consistent salary, basically, so that I can budget and so I can plan and so that I don't have to, hoard in the times of abundance and run out in the times of lean, which tends to typically be in the winter at the harshest time to get real lean financially. So yeah, Healing House comes fully to life as soon as I have reliable, like I'll go for 6 months. I think 6 months is the length of time that's coming out to get to me. And well, more actually to the people who have offered support. I've already received 2 commitments to monthly support for 6 months. One gal who's been following me since like 2016 in the Heather's Full Catastrophe days, and no, Radical Pleasurist day too. Yeah, she really stuck with me during Radical Pleasurist year too. Anyhow, she said for services rendered, because of all the stuff she's learned from me, and just by even from afar, $200 a month. It's amazing. It feels so good. And then another gal who was already donating to food banks every month said that she'll just redirect that to me directly. And so the initial request came up because of the SNAP, the threat of SNAP not being available in November, with almost no notice and right before the holidays. Like, that's fucking cruel. That's cruel. It's amazing we had to get this far before people started to stand up and go, hey, you know what? No, we're done with this. Nope. We should have stood up when you took all the money away from the nonprofits. That was fucked up too. We didn't mobilize well enough during that. So now you're trying to take fucking people's fucking food and their insurance away. No, we're done. We're done with that shit. Thank goodness. People finally stepping up. Some governors, some senators, some congressmen, others, finally, enough voices coming forward. Voices with power, that's the key. Voices with power, finally standing up, finally coming forward, and enough of them doing it. Not just Newsom and Gavin, whatever their fucking names, I don't remember. Anyway, okay. So the community support model is essential, and it is on everybody's mind right now. So, yeah. And the gal who is committed $100 a month. Careful, I don't want to get oil on the couch. What did she say? Oh, I mean, she was full on like saying everything that I've been saying in my dreams and in my rants, and talking about trying to figure out how to create for literally years. She says, the direct part. I'll just give the support directly. Anybody know what this is? You know what this is? If you've been following along, then you know that this is my MCT oil drink that I got from Jeanette, and she left me a whole bunch that I can keep drinking it and talking about it and selling it. And then, then once I'm selling it, I'll be getting it for free. I won't even have to pay. Well, it's still free. She left me a bunch, I tell you. So, and the people who come stay with me, then of course they can drink it too, or come visit. It can visit, that's fine. Okay. Well, I guess I could even send people home with a couple of scoops. Next. Okay, right. So she said, not only is she the gal I'm talking about now is the one who was already donating to food banks, and so now is redirecting that support to me. I don't know. She's probably still going to donate to them also, but I love it's sort of like a tithing vibe, but it's more dāna. And I need to find out if I'm saying that right, but it's a Buddhist tradition of taking care of the teachers and the Buddhist, the monks and those guys. I need to remind me to find David Sudar's website and his writings about basically he translates the concept of dāna and he translates it into conventional terms. It's the best piece of writing I've seen about this particular concept ever. It's what I wish I had, what I kept thinking I would have to be the one to write, but now I don't have to, so I'm fucking pumped. Anyway, gotta look up David Sudar's gift economy page. I think that's what he calls it. Anyhow, yeah, it's a trip being at the forefront of a cultural shift and change, when in fact it just feels kind of dumb that it's natural. And I mean, anyway, okay, I stop complaining. Okay, so what am I doing right now? I'm gonna check my astrologies. This is my routine. Gotta do my routine. Get back to the solidity of my routine, because having a routine really supports me and keeps me moving along. Because eventually you get so good at your routine that you don't even have to think about it anymore. That's when things get a little easier, because you can, well, fuck sake, goddamn pens. I need pens everywhere I go. Okay, Monday, November 3rd. I did not drive this morning. I was fucking exhausted. I'm having my period. It's almost over, but it's been a rough one. And yesterday I stepped on another bee. My foot was hurting from that, as well as my toe was acting up a little, just warning me. What else is going on? I don't know. I'm still having a vulnerability hangover, but also really excited about how things have evolved recently. Back on track. I need to stay focused. I don't have to catch everybody up. Either they know what's happening or they don't. Quit trying to explain it. Okay. Monday, November 3rd, it is a fire day. What's fire good for? Creating, designing, starting, completing, or generating excitement. Fuck yeah, I've already been doing that. What was yesterday? Of course, it was fire. It was fire yesterday afternoon, and it was water before that. And water, it's all perfect. I am really aligned with my elements, even when I don't look it up and see what's the element of the day. I don't even have to look it up, because I just know. Just naturally. I just know I flow with the elements of the day. Fire. Okay. All right. Okay. So the full moon's coming up. Oh, John Kabat-Zinn quote. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. I'm a fucking good surfer. Not of water, but of life. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Here it is. Okay. It's I think I actually already read this once, but I'm gonna do it again. The full moon is November 5th, and it is a super moon. That fucker's been so bright. I've been seeing it most nights already, and it's not even full, but it's extremely bright. Really feels very close. I mean, I think that's what a super moon is. And there's been like these beautiful like cloud shows, that these clouds that are moving across it really, really fast. But you know, the moon's like lighting them up like a rainbow circle around it. It's awesome. Okay. This supermoon will show how important it is to honor our physical limits and care for our bodies. Imagine that. The more we can take a higher perspective, the better we will be able to make the best use of our energy, even when we don't have much. Talk about aligned. Okay. And a lot of my friends are kind of in this, are very much in this state. We've got Lindsay who's getting over COVID, and she's been having a hard physical time for a long time. And I don't know. Everybody's having a tough time, and they don't have a lot of energy. Where you might be neglecting yourself right now. Oh, okay. Where might you be neglecting yourself right now in the name of progress? Okay. Where neglecting myself in the name of progress. With Mars and Mercury in Sagittarius, our patience could be low. My mom almost named me Patience, and Grandma said, no, that's a terrible idea. Should have to live up to it. Thanks, Grandma. Heather's much better. We could grow frustrated if we don't understand why things in our business aren't moving as fast as we'd like. Yeah, I've been really fucking frustrated. But it's been going on for years. But I have income generating projects ready to launch. But I'm super fucking frustrated because what I don't understand is why it's been taking so long to get through to folks. But the other thing that I keep forgetting is that, well, one, there wasn't something as relatable or widespread as Snap to really come to folks' attention. Most people understand enough about what it is in order to be like, holy shit, we can't let people lose that. So that's a big difference. But I am unable to publish even a fraction of the content that I actually make. And so I have to remember that while I have been talking my head off about this for a long time, most of the content where I've been processing this out loud has not been seen. So I don't know. I guess so. Okay. So guess what I'm realizing now is that even though I feel like I have been clearing my voice, it has not been heard out in the world because I'm just speaking it to myself. I'm only, I'm having my committee meetings with myself. And if I never actually let anybody else hear that, then of course they're not hearing that. However, what it's coming down to is the reason why no one else is, very few people have been able to hear even a fraction of my content that is highly relatable and timely to our world today. And important for helping redefine the fucking paradigm. Like, people don't understand the paradigm. Fine. I'm explaining it and I'm showing it. I'm modeling it. But it's not getting out there because one person alone cannot do all the steps, especially with any sort of rapid movement. So while I have been very successful in taking small steps, and making tiny amounts of incremental progress, I'm very proud of what I've built, but I haven't been able to get to the published state of the majority of it because help is required. I need a content creator assistant in order to be able to make progress on that. I want to rehire my already trained CCA, Passie, because she's going to be able to move through shit a lot quicker. She's going to need a lot less supervision. And she graduated college a few months ago and hasn't been able to find a job yet. Honestly, granted, I think people should be able to take a significant amount of time after college to have some recovery before they get a fucking job. So I don't think people should feel bad about not getting a job immediately. But this is a job that she can do. And my guess is she'd be excited to do it. It's flexible. So when she doesn't feel well, she doesn't have to, but hopefully I can create enough of a motivation, both financially as well as passion wise. She does enjoy doing the stuff for me that she does. If I can reinvigorate her, give her some reason to get out of bed and to, she's a young woman and in the party phase, so if she has the reason to not do that as much, and I can support someone who needs a paying job, and I will get so much more of my content out there at the time when it is most needed and most relatable and timely. And then that in turn creates momentum of growth, which the momentum of growth is what I need in order for the affiliate sales and the sponsorships and the, memberships, like for all that to come together. And so that's why I'm so confident. It's not going to take me that fucking long to actually be able to fully self-support myself, to fully to pay off all my debt, to, feel super confident and be able to start building for my future and investing in my business. There's so much I have to hold back on because I haven't actually even let myself look at what my current total of subscriptions is. I've cut it down. I've whittled the fuck out of it, but it's not what I need. I need more in order to truly make progress. Anyhow, blah, blah, blah. So I will be able to abundantly support my business. It will also become self-sustaining and profitable very, very rapidly with just a little bit of help. Okay. And back to the full moon reading. I've been frustrated. Okay. If we don't understand why things in our business aren't moving as fast as we'd like, I actually do understand, but I'm still frustrated. Instead, take a philosophical approach. I do. Thank you very much. To understanding any low energy you're experiencing or challenges that keep you from completing important tasks in your business. Got it. Thank you. Yes, I have been. Where might you be able to shift things and make it work despite facing potential roadblocks and burnout with Mars in opposition to Uranus? Okay, I've been preparing for that. I mean, it probably helped me that I read this already a while back, and then it kind of helped me reprioritize. We could easily overextend ourselves with these aspects. I have tried to do that. Luckily, okay, so the example I'm thinking of is a gal that we have both expressed interest in spending time together. It has not yet happened. It helped me realize when receiving her invitation helped me realize that one of the main reasons why I say no to social activities, like say, hey, can we go for a walk? Can we go get some coffee? Whatever. I don't have time to just sit and chat. I mean, very rarely. I will be super antsy the whole time because there's so much other stuff that I really urgently need to do. But if we pair up some errands with a hangout, then I'm no longer going, shit, if I hang out with this person, then I have to figure out basically when am I going to do my grocery shopping, or when am I going to make that, whatever, when am I going to clean? When am I going to do these sort of tasks if I'm socializing? So socializing plus errands equals the art of the errand hang. We used to do it all the time, you guys. Maybe you're not old enough to remember when people actually just got together and they did stuff together, and it just naturally happened. Anyhow, she invited me. She said, hey, I could take you grocery shopping. How about that? I'll take you grocery shopping, and I can make up for the $2.75 in SNAP that you aren't getting. Well, granted, I know that actually I need to look and see. I don't know for sure that we're still getting it, but I think so. I think somebody's finally said to fuck up. Anyhow, the invitation was, hey, I could take you grocery shopping, or we can go to coffee or a walk, whatever you want. But just thought, maybe it'd just be easier if I took you grocery shopping. And I was like, hell yeah, I love that idea. I don't have to drive. I can talk through things with somebody, deciding how to, I realized, we're going to go to Natural Grocers. That's a good place to kind of stock up on some stuff. And I really want to stock up on some stuff because I'm worried about shit going awry and me not be able to get food like I want. So, and I loved the idea of the tea place she talked about. I don't remember what it was anymore, but it doesn't matter. So I said, I love all of your ideas. I'll give you a call later and we could talk about it. I didn't call her, I thought I would call her noonish, and it was 5:00, and I get a text from her, and she's like, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Send me your Venmo, and I'll do it that way this time. And I was like, you're right. Simple is best. I often get, shit, I can't remember exactly what I said. I think I said, I often get way more excited about something than I actually have the capacity to follow through. So in that case, with somebody who understands the sort of conditions I'm in, low energy, whatever, and understands that sometimes simplicity is just the best. Okay. The last sentence. Because of that, we need to be mindful of not forcing productivity when we've already hit our breaking point. Be mindful, not forcing productivity when we've already hit our breaking point. And when you work full-time or more than full-time for some fucking organization who doesn't really care about your health and well-being and happiness and thriving, they really don't fucking care. Like, it's the fucking profit. That's the main thing. It's all they really care about. So you force yourself to be productive all the fucking time, and probably very rarely have the time to fully recover and recharge. Probably very rarely have the time to be creative, to just relax, to take good care of yourself. And that's because you are forcing productivity beyond what's best for you and what's best for your life. And the only reason you're doing it is because you have come to believe in the bullshit thing that you have to have a job. You have to, work for someone else. You have to give your life force and excitement and energy and creativity to fucking something or tchotchke or whatever that you don't even fucking care about. Soul sucking. Stop it. And guess what? If more people quit those fucking dumbass jobs that do shit that nobody even needs, like it's a company that just makes tchotchkes, just makes bullshit for people to buy. Those companies really don't fucking need to exist. And if they didn't exist, then all those people would be forced to be creative and figure something else out. Quit just making shit just to make shit and sell it, okay? Those companies, fuck you, go. The companies that, like, I know there's slave labor and there's all that, like, you're thinking too small, okay? And then, okay, let's talk about grocery stores. We don't need 40 fucking different types of fucking cereal to choose from. It doesn't need to be like that. That is bullshit. That entire double-sided fucking Fred Meyer aisle of cereal, it's bullshit. So all of that requires all this production, all this making, all this fabricating. Most of that cereal is fabricated, people. And then it's got to be shipped somewhere, and it's got to be trucked somewhere, and it's got to be moved somewhere. So there's all these people who work to create this bullshit that people shouldn't be eating anyway. So fucking highly processed, and it takes up a bunch of room. So then what happens? If it takes up a bunch of room, then you need bigger grocery stores in order to have the 40 or 50 different fucking kinds of cereal and all the other fucking things that there's a billion of. Like, then the grocery stores have to get bigger, and then they take up more land, and then their parking lots get bigger and they take up more land, and then they create more jobs. That's great. But why don't we quit creating jobs that are just fucking make work, right? Because if people have the opportunity to really get creative with their lives or their joy or their ideas, there would be replacements for the fucking make work jobs that fill people up instead. If somebody is barely fucking scraping by, they are not living their best life. They are not creative. They are not joyful. They are not healthy. So, yeah, let's be a little more fucking mindful, right? Why are we cutting down all the forests for fucking huge ass grocery stores and malls and fucking parking lots? Because we were making a bunch of bullshit just to make it and just to sell it. It's all just a fucking about profit. All these people are stuck in soul-sucking fucking jobs because of it. We don't need that much. Simplify. Capitalism has gone way too fucking far. Supply and demand, the market economy, it can all go to fucking hell because it has gone too far. It is... It has become the fucking monster behemoth Goliath bullshit that never should have been allowed to exist. Okay, next. Where is my phone? I'm gonna need it. Where is my phone? I'm sitting on it. There's my phone. I'm sitting on it. Okay, it's about time for a break. I've been going for a while. I've been ranting for 30 minutes. All right, so this is really what I want to listen to, though. Let's see what I've been trying to fine tune with ChatGPT, who the typical person is, or a couple different ones, because there's a couple different kinds, that would be most likely to come stay at Healing House this winter. Like for the next 6 months, like this is the kind of person that I think is most likely to be here full time. And so we've already done one of them. Let's see. Let's see. Let's listen to this one, see if it's on track.
Got it. You just gave a crucial core thread of the Healing House story. Here's what I heard and how I restate it so you can see it clearly and later fold it into one of your representative avatars. Representative profile number 1, the woman who needs out. Typical situation. She's in a relationship or household that's no longer safe or sustainable. Emotionally, financially, sometimes physically. She knows she needs to leave, but she can't yet afford to. She may be recovering from illness, trauma, or burnout that makes it unsafe to live alone. She often has just enough money to survive where she is, but not enough to secure first month's rent, deposit, moving costs, and set up somewhere else. She might consider desperate options, student loans, new debt, or staying in harmful conditions, simply to have a roof over her head. What Healing House provides: a temporary, stable landing with no pressure to perform, prove, or pay rent up front. A furnished room like Grandma Janette's, where she can exhale, rest, and rebuild capacity. A community that's safe because it's relationally vetted. Everyone is a friend of friend, not a stranger off the internet. A space where quiet, consistency, and low chaos are protected values. Why the private club model matters. Healing House must stay small and relational for nervous system safety, both yours and guests. Every person who enters is either personally known or brought by someone known. That keeps the social field coherent and predictable, which is essential for trauma recovery and chronic illness regulation. It also keeps you as host and coordinator from being overstimulated or endangered by random or incompatible guests. What this avatar illustrates: how microfunding a single room can literally free someone from an unsafe relationship. How trust-based access can replace bureaucracy and intake forms. How Healing House isn't a shelter or public program. It's a relationship-driven sanctuary built on consent, familiarity, and care. Would you like me to draft profile number 2 next, based on your next brain dump type? For example, the creative in transition, the chronically ill person who can't afford to live alone, or another pattern you're noticing?
Okay, we're getting on track here. Now let's see what else. What was the other thing we just did? Okay, we're going to go on to representative profile 2. I need to remember to representative profile 3 is probably the artist. The artist. Okay. Here's the representative 2.
That's beautifully clear.
And the key that's going on here is because I'm able to listen to what I've worked on, I am able to keep moving around and doing stuff. I'm making breakfast. I had actually started my oatmeal a while ago, and then I've come back to it. That's the way I do it. I hate doing it straight through. It never works. That's why I kind of often don't eat for a really long time, because I think I have to do it all at once. So I prepared my oatmeal a while ago, put it in the microwave now. I'm listening to my work. I'm rearranging my desk so that it works better for me. And I'm going to go, have a little visit with Mary Jane in a little bit. So I can do more because I'm listening versus reading or writing, because I'm also vocal, giving it voice direction. Okay, so just wanted to point that out. I also just want to leave myself a little note to find out like how much of the microwave is heard right now. Okay, so we're going to go back to listening to this.
And very powerful. You just articulated the second healing house archetype, the chronically ill or trauma-trained but tired adult, and the deeper nervous system logic for why the private club structure exists. Here's that profile written in your voice, distilled from what you said. Representative profile number 2, the person who needs to be held by a competent home. Typical situation: they're chronically ill, exhausted, or post-burnout. They've learned a ton of self-healing skills, but are running them alone. They don't necessarily need financial rescue. They need relief from isolation. Living by themselves means no one to cook when they're too weak, no one to check if they're okay, no simple human touch or presence when panic.
Okay, one clarification is actually any of these avatars. No, okay. The person trying to move on from a relationship, I guess not them, but never mind. Actually, I don't want that. Okay, go back to.
Or despair hits. What Healing House provides: a household where skilled, attuned adults live by relational practice. Meals and tasks can be shared, so no one burns out or goes hungry. Hugs, co-regulation, and honest listening are normal, not special. Boundaries and consent are explicit. Help is offered, not imposed. Guests can relearn what safety feels like. Food appears, warmth stays, no one yells, nothing is demanded. Why the relational model matters: everyone who comes through has history. Chaotic childhoods, absent or reactive parents, mixed signals about love and care. Healing House gives them a do-over in adulthood, a chance to live for a season inside reliability, food, shelter, emotional presence, so their nervous system can reset to the world can be trusted. Why the private club structure is essential: total strangers would overload the nervous systems of both host and residents. Every newcomer is referred by someone already known and trusted, keeping the field coherent and predictable. That coherence is the medicine. It allows the house to remain low chaos and deeply safe. What this avatar illustrates: healing isn't always medical, it's relational regulation. A household run by trauma-literate adults can do for grown-ups what stable parents do for kids, provide enough safety for the body to heal. Funding one reliable coordinator and one safe house changes the trajectories of many isolated, over-functioning, sick but still trying adults. Would you like me to write the third representative profile next? Something like the creative rebuilder / apprentice, showing the people who are ready to work, create, and build income once they're stabilized.
I'm really happy with this so far, but there was something I really didn't like. What is this? Okay, I love this. Okay. Okay. This is a great synopsis, and actually the piece about the trauma. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to say Okay. This is great, but it seems like it's kind of a mishmash of the avatar of the person who is chronically ill and needs help and support so that they can actually do all of the things that are helpful for them, and they can rely on others to help them with those things. Just generally lighten the load, as well as I'm extremely knowledgeable from extensive personal experience, as well as a great deal of study and practice, the sorts of stuff that somebody who is chronically ill needs to know in order to be able to reset their perspectives and their belief systems and transform their health, not just from a medical and physiological perspective, but also from the soul level. The chronically ill also need particularly nutrient-dense foods, often really complex diets. So teaming up to prepare that sort of stuff is way better and easier than one person doing it by themselves. Now, there was a piece you wrote about trauma, like informed adults. Let's see, let's go back to that. Okay. The following is excellent and actually is more of a general part of Healing House. It is not specific to the chronically ill avatars. So keep this language, but just move it to the more general description of what all of these people have in common and what we bring to the table. The other part about being really highly trauma informed and experienced is we also have a very unique and extremely extensive experience and ability to guide folks into the deeply healing practice of platonic touch and connection and cuddles. I truly believe that, particularly with childhood and sexual trauma, the only way to truly recover from those things is to reset the body's belief that safety near other adults is possible and reliable and consistent and never confusing. And that cannot be done with somebody who you're either interested in having sex with or are having sex with or have had sex with. Like that, you can't just get your touch needs met with a partner, is what I'm trying to say there. So yeah, that's another way that Healing House is a deeply healing space, is we bring all of that, all of the authentic relating and communication and all of those things come together. So add that to the more general place. And now go ahead and yes, give me the maybe it's it's the creative, it's the entrepreneur, it's the not quite sure what else to say about that, but yes, is the person who needs the kind of support that the content creator apprentice program can provide, as well as perhaps they're really interested in learning and training as a CCA. And or they can contribute to the household specifically, like maybe they want to learn the best ways of cleaning houses, so that if they wanted to do that as a self-employed path, they can do that. They can come learn how to do basic household tasks so that they can help their family and friends with that kind of thing. They can learn how to repair their bike. Like there's all these different things that they can do. They can either learn here that are excellent life skills that everybody needs, or marketable concrete skills that they can offer their community, either just because of the gift economy or because they're trying to make some money at it. So, and I will be so the profile number 4, after we do the creative, / entrepreneur / CCA, which it doesn't have to be a blend of all of those. It's just, it could be any of those. The other are the day trippers. So day trippers will be people who do not live here or stay here overnight. They just come during the day for co-working sessions or body doubling or using the amazing resources we have here, or maybe we'll have activities here on a regular basis that are conducive to building community and health and relational support. So yeah, I probably have more about the day tripper program somewhere. If I do have it in the main memory that you can access, great, pull that in here now. If not, I'll just have to fill in those blanks later. So that would be after we do. Okay. And the benefit to doing this and recording it is that I'm adding a lot more context that I'm not giving this, because then anyway. And so while I haven't been great about actually doing it, I do have some videos I worked on yesterday that I now can go back and I can grab the transcripts and I can give it to chat and be like, okay, here's more on this topic. Give me a summary. And, how does it influence your understanding of what we've been working on? So that's my next steps with the transcripts. So yeah, I'm excited. I now remember that I've got some transcripts I can drop. And those are pretty quick tasks actually too. So I'll probably only get to them maybe, 3-4 times a week, but if I can keep up with it a little bit better, I will make far more progress more quickly. Okay. So transcripts. That also will help me better organize like the videos I have to work on and prioritize what I should do first. Okay. Transcripts today of the last few days of lives. I need to catch up my budget so I can figure out if I can. Anyway, I need to catch up my budget. I need to, I should be able to bring together a general fundraiser for Healing House. What I'm trying to come together with right now is at least a good enough kind of synopsis that people will get the gist and will start supporting right away, because there's a lot of folks who will already really understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, then I can keep working on the real specifics to like really fill out the fundraising plan as well as method, because there's a lot that will just go to buy me a coffee or Patreon or okay. Oh, I really got to check into OnlyFans. I really think that's going to be one of the ways to go. And you'll note I haven't talked about sexy stuff at all. OnlyFans is not just for sexy stuff. It's not. It's really not. It's actually a pretty cool way to more easily access membership kind of based content. And you don't have to be afraid of getting censored. I'm already being censored, and I'm not really even talking about all that much shit that's even that like inflammatory or whatever. But I have noticed a marked difference in how the closed captionings come up, how I don't know. There's a lot, basically whatever the AI is transcribing off of videos or when it's doing its automatic closed captioning on videos, it automatically replaces swear words and changes some other. Anyway, it's already happening, the censorship, and there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about that I want to be able to talk about it safely without fear of censorship or, later when rules change and laws backdate and change, fuckers. So I don't get in trouble, because
There's a lot of fucking laws that don't make any goddamn sense and aren't meant to be on the books at all. So I'm not going to say they're meant to be broken. No, they're meant to be replaced. They're meant to be updated. They're meant to be improved. They're meant to be brought up to our current, like, we should not still be living under laws that were written by people who could not even possibly conceive of our world today. They must be updated, but also mindfully, thoughtfully, from a perspective of what over a long stretch of time, and can we project into the future some really reasonable, potential outcomes so that fuck. Anyway, I'm overcomplicated. I'm just saying there's a lot of fucking laws that need to be taken off the fucking books and replaced with something that actually works and isn't just fucking bullshit. And people shouldn't be able to punch through bullshit like we're gonna make like, okay. Anyway, there's a lot of bullshit. Okay. A lot of bullshit out there. All right. So it's time to pause and finish making my oatmeal. I hope it hasn't gotten cold. Where did I put it? It's still in the oatmeal. It's still in the microwave. Okay. So maybe I'll be heating it up. Okay. Moving on. Do I have something to listen to? I do. Okay. All right. So let's listen to this while I make my oatmeal and then we'll go outside.
Perfect. I'll treat what you just said as a major structural correction, not just another addition. Here's how I'm integrating all of it.
He's getting better about
shared foundation. What everyone at Healing has in common, Healing House isn't a public program or a charity project. It's a private, relationship-based sanctuary for people in transition.
Getting there, buddy.
Everyone who comes here shares some version of the same needs. Relational safety instead of institutional oversight. Every guest or participant is known personally or comes vouched for by someone who is. That keeps the social field coherent and predictable. A reliable environment of competent adults. People who live or spend time here need to feel sure that food, shelter, and emotional steadiness will stay consistent. That reliability is the therapy. Trauma-informed, emotionally literate culture. Authentic relating, clear consent, and boundaries practices are part of daily life. No one is fixed. Everyone is met with respect. Nervous system repair through safe, platonic touch. One of the most unique aspects of Healing House is the skillful facilitation of platonic physical connection. Cuddles, hand-holding, resting near another body, as a way to retrain the body to believe that safety and closeness can coexist. For people with early life or sexual trauma, this is the missing piece. Safe adult touch that is consistent, never sexualized, never confusing. Collaborative nourishment. Many residents and visitors have complex dietary or health needs. Preparing nutrient-dense meals together, instead of each person cooking alone, makes specialized diets sustainable and builds belonging around the table. This shared foundation applies to all the following representative profiles. Representative profile number 3, the creative entrepreneur apprentice. Typical situation. They're talented, curious, and motivated, but stalled by instability. They might be an artist, maker, healer, or small business hopeful who keeps losing traction because of health, burnout, or lack of structure. They often oscillate between intense inspiration and shutdown. They know they need accountability, feedback, and a calm space to work. What Healing House provides: the Content Creator Apprentice CCA environment, co-working sessions, business mentorship, and direct help turning creative skills into income without collapse. Real-world skill building, learning tangible household or community useful tasks, organizing, cleaning, basic repair, garden work, simple accounting, or digital tools, so they leave with marketable abilities. Mutual aid economy modeling. Instead of get a job or starve, they see how community sponsorship, shared resources, and gift-based exchanges actually work in practice. Embodied entrepreneurship, learning to build offers and routines that honor their body's capacity, not override it. Why this avatar matters. They show how Healing House isn't only a refuge, it's a launch pad. Once stabilized, these creatives become proof that micro support creates macro impact. One funded bed or apprenticeship produces a self-employed, community-contributing adult. Representative profile, the day tripper. Typical situation. They already have housing but are isolated, dysregulated, or stuck at home. They crave connection, co-working energy, and access to healing tools without needing to live on site. Many are freelancers, caregivers, or disabled creatives who just need a safe, sensory-aware place to land during the day. What Healing House provides: day use access to the kitchen, co-working areas, and healing tools, sauna, vibroacoustic chair, etc. Body doubling and accountability sessions so they can finally finish projects or manage tasks they can't face alone. Drop-in community activities, batch cooking, craft circles, movement breaks, shared lunches, or quiet porch time. Relational regulation. They get the social nourishment of belonging without the overwhelm of communal living. Why this avatar matters: it shows Healing House's scalability. Not everyone needs a bed. Some just need a hub. Day trippers keep the ecosystem lively and interconnected, bringing fresh energy without destabilizing the home. They illustrate how the model expands outward. Healing House can serve as the heart of a network of day use nodes for rest, co-working, and embodied support. Next steps. When you're ready, you can 1. Add short descriptive quotes or real-life examples that fit each archetype. 2. Confirm or correct any phrasing so it matches your essay Healing House tone. 3. Let me know if you'd like me to compile this whole piece with the earlier woman who needs out and person who needs to be held by a competent home into one continuous publish-ready document describing the 4 Healing House avatars and the shared principles section above. Would you like me to merge everything into that unified Healing House avatars document next?
Yeah, I think we've made a lot of tweaks as we've gone along. And so, I'll want you to make sure everything is in the Scrappy Entrepreneur School / Healing House voice, which I think the difference between Scrappy Entrepreneur School voice and Healing House voice really is just more that there's more gentleness. There's not going to be any swearing in Healing House writing, whereas there is in Scrappy Entrepreneur School. The focus for anyway. Okay. So yeah, I think you're close enough on all of it that if you integrate it all together and make sure you're kind of rearranging the stuff that's real general to pretty much anybody who would come to Healing House, which would be make sure you put all of that stuff at the beginning, and the the examples of people below that, and then give me some sort of synthesis / conclusion. I do want it fairly detailed right now, and then after that we will move towards shortening it up and simplifying it for our first pass of the GoFundMe text, and then also a really natural series of posts that we can create will be: number 1, what is Healing House? Number 2, a separate post for each of the profiles, then another post for like all of the kinds of community gatherings and events that I would be able to do if I had a team of helpers. And that's more then I guess that becomes the volunteer aspect, is another pretty major part. So I guess when you rewrite it, in the same section where you're writing about the profiles, then you would say, like, one of the major programs that would support all of these sorts of folks, whether they live here or not, would be a robust volunteer group that are willing and able to help with any number of things that people need, running some errands, taking care of them for an afternoon, dropping off meals, they're helping with their yard. Like, make sure you add that element without going into too much depth, obviously, but that needs to be included. But below the other profiles, I want the human elements, because the volunteer aspect really kind of supports all of those human elements. And obviously Healing House itself will need volunteers for, work parties and, deep cleans and that kind of stuff. That's how the house becomes community supported, is not just through financial support, but also through people showing up to literally help us wash the windows or prepare the house for events. Okay. All right. So let's see what it comes up with. I'm going to eat a little bit more, then I'm going to go outside. Okay. Oh, it's not quite done. Have a couple more bites, see what I can eat right now. Oh, the elements coming up. Okay. So tomorrow morning is still fire, and then it becomes earth. So I need to launch the first draft of the GoFundMe by tomorrow morning, early in the day. Today would be ideal, because I really still want to strike while the iron is hot. And I still have a lot of attention coming my way, specific. And it also shifts the focus from, okay, so initially I was saying, holy shit, I'm losing 30% of my budget through losing SNAP. But also, I also said I have made an average of under $900 a month for several years. So it's not just the loss of SNAP that's an issue for me. So it shifts the focus from my urgent, desperate need to this is how ongoing support not only would support me directly, but this, in the grand scheme of things, micro support has a macro benefit. When I am supported, I can support a lot of people. I can help a lot of people in a lot of ways. But I cannot be leaving the house all the time to go hustle for some cash. Oh, the other thing that we haven't said in here much, but it doesn't really need to be, it's just, I need to remember to include pet sitting as something that I can train people to do. Because again, if I was making enough money a monthly basis that I didn't have to worry about much, I would be able to spend the time to develop clients for people that are in my paid training program. I would be able to vet the people that, long before I put them out on pet sits. So I'm not running into the problem I've had in the past with people who are like, oh yeah, of course I can do it. Oh yeah, I'll listen to you and follow your direction, no problem. Instead, they're going to break every fucking rule I said, even the really fucking important ones, and give me shit about every damn thing. Or know so little that they put the animals at harm's way. Okay, let's listen to what you got, then we're gonna pause it. I need to give my brain a break. I can feel it starting to buzz in a way that doesn't feel good. That's also one way that Mary Jane helps me. Okay. We may not listen to this whole
Absolutely.
thing. But
I understand exactly what you're asking for. I'll now create a full integrated draft in Healing House voice. Gentle, grounded, no swearing, deeply relational, that includes 1, a general introduction about the shared principles and atmosphere of Healing House. 2, the 4 representative profiles. Woman who needs out, person who needs to be held by a competent home, creatives, day tripper. 3, a clear volunteer / community support section that threads through everything. A warm synthesis conclusion that points toward the why, setting up for your GoFundMe and post series later. # a Healing House, a model for community supported living. The heart of the vision. Healing House isn't a program or a business. It's a private, relationship-based home that functions as a sanctuary for people in transition. A place where care, creativity, and community overlap. Everyone who comes through Healing House has something in common. They are trying to live, heal, or rebuild within systems that were never designed for them. Most are carrying exhaustion, trauma, or chronic illness. Many are gifted and creative, but stretched past capacity by survival pressures. At its core, Healing House exists to demonstrate what becomes possible when a single household becomes stable enough to hold others. It's not about scaling up or opening to the public. It's about stewardship, tending one house so well that it can model a new way of living for others to follow. Shared Foundations Healing House operates by invitation only. Everyone who visits or lives here is either personally known or comes through someone already part of this trusted network. That's not exclusivity, it's safety. It's what keeps the nervous system of the home calm, predictable, and able to offer the level of care and presence people come here for. Within that field of trust, Healing House offers a few constants. Relational safety instead of bureaucracy. Care is given because people know each other, not because a system approved them. A reliable home base. Food, warmth, and emotional steadiness are dependable. The environment itself becomes medicine. Trauma-informed culture, authentic relating, clear consent, and emotional literacy are everyday practice. Platonic healing connection. We model safe, consistent, non-sexual touch, cuddles, hand-holding, quiet proximity to retrain the body's belief that it's safe to rest near other adults. Collaborative nourishment. Many who come through have complex dietary needs or limited energy. Cooking together makes nutrient-dense food accessible and helps rebuild a sense of belonging. Everyone who enters this space participates in this field of respect, reciprocity, and gentle accountability. Representative profiles. The following examples represent the kinds of people who are already connected to this vision. Each reflects a pattern we see repeatedly, not isolated stories, but community archetypes. 1. The woman who needs out. She's in a relationship or home that's no longer safe or sustainable, emotionally, financially, sometimes physically. She knows she needs to leave, but can't yet afford to. Often she's depleted from years of caretaking or survival. Moving out would mean debt or homelessness. What she needs most is a stable, quiet place to land while she rebuilds. Healing House offers a furnished, peaceful room for a few weeks or months where she doesn't owe anyone anything. A household that's calm, predictable, and relationally safe. People who cook together, check in, and respect her space. She can contribute through light help around the house or creative collaboration, but without pressure. What her story illustrates. When community funding covers even one extra room, women can leave unsafe situations without having to choose between abuse and debt. Healing House provides that bridge. 2. The person who needs to be held by a competent home. They're chronically ill, neurodivergent, or living with trauma. They've done immense inner work, learned the tools, practiced the practices, but life alone has become too heavy. They don't need saving. They need reliable help and the feeling of being truly supported. Healing House offers a home where meals are shared, small tasks are divided, and someone always remembers to check in. A culture of consent and emotional clarity where people can ask for touch, comfort, or solitude safely. An environment stable enough to let their nervous system recalibrate and remember what safety feels like. What their story illustrates. Healing is relational.
What safety feels
When
like.
basic needs are met and the body can rest in consistent safety, true transformation becomes possible, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. The creative entrepreneur.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just realized the other benefit to doing this, responding to this, is I often don't make as much progress training this fucker because the going back and forth exhausts me and takes me off track. And so if instead I only give the direction that's absolutely essential at this time, and then the transcript of this is what becomes the next level of, okay, I've given you feedback now, implement that or integrate that. Because what I really like to be able to do is hop between projects, but I lose the thread, and then have to kind of like reread and kind of come up with it again. Instead, transcript, including my feedback, put it into chat, say, fix stuff, give it back to me. So that we're making consistent progress throughout the week, yet I still get to work on this. I get to jump over to the Ainsley book. I get to jump over to, a YouTube channel. I get to jump over to a video for a video editing for a little bit, like any of that sort of stuff. But still making this progress. So yeah, I'm excited. Right. So where are we?
Nor apprentice. They're gifted, ambitious, and full of ideas. Members to check in. A culture of consent and emotional clarity where people can ask for touch, comfort, or solitude safely. An environment stable enough to let their nervous system recalibrate and remember what safety feels like. What their story.
I need to say, I don't want to use the language, remember what safety looks like, remember, remember what it feels like to feel healthy, to get their health back. Like none of that, because generally people aren't remembering what safety feels like because they've never known it. So instead they're learning what safety feels like. They're learning what stability feels like. They're learning what relational safety feels like. So yeah, got to be real careful about using language that implies someone knew something in the past or experienced something in the past. Most haven't. There's still a lot of confusion in here about like what belongs where in which section. So there's some confusion. But also I'm realizing, cool. The other thing I often don't get to is putting up the posts of the progress I'm making because there's too much that's not quite right. And so instead, I'm going to, I'll just put a disclaimer, like not all the language or the, message is coming across accurately in this. So please recognize this is a rough draft. I'm open to feedback, but keep in mind that it's very likely there's sections that are worded poorly or, inaccurately, or because this is still a lot of ChatGPT's translation. So that way that frees me up to be able to start doing posts a little bit sooner without as much worry. And I know that that will also help me make further progress more rapidly. Eventually, they'll even be the folks who read my notes on a regular basis. And then they basically become part of the project team. And they can be like, hey, Heather, I have a pretty good sense of what you're doing. I've been following along. I like your idea. I've got some to throw in the pot. Take it or leave it. Or, hey, I love this thing that you're working on right now. I love this particular project. I want to support this particular project. Whatever it is, you pick yours. Okay, so where are we? I cannot figure out where we are. But we've already gone through. And usually something like they're chronically ill, neurodivergent, or living with trauma really needs to say and or living with trauma. That's actually not worded quite right, but chronically ill, neurodivergent, and living with trauma frequently go hand in hand. I think it's about here.
Illustrates. Healing is relational. When basic needs are met and the body can rest in consistent safety, true.
Okay, so we're right there. So 3, 4, volunteer support, synthesis. Okay, we're almost done. I can wait just a little bit longer before I go outside.
Transformation becomes possible physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
I finished my breakfast.
The creative entrepreneur apprentice. They're gifted, ambitious, and full of ideas, but instability keeps derailing them. They might be artists, makers, healers, or small business hopefuls who need mentorship and structure to build something sustainable. Healing House offers co-working sessions, mentorship, and business guidance through the Content Creator Apprentice CCA program. Opportunities to learn practical life skills, cleaning, organization, basic repairs, or online tools that build both confidence and income. A steady environment where creative energy is.
Oh, the other correction I want to make is, I think in the first profile, the woman who needs out, I would definitely say that it's the length of time is whether it be a few weeks or 6 months, rather than I think it says a few weeks up to a few months or something, because I mean, I think you need a minimum of 3 to 6 months of stability to even begin to believe that it exists. And so, maybe, and we don't need to go into this level of complexity. This is just maybe like kind of a thinking forward. Maybe for stuff like a transition time of, I just left my partner and I need to figure out where I'm going next. And, whatever. Transition stays will be probably 6 months or less. However, if somebody needs more time than that, and they happen to be in the category of they do not have the financial resources to pay for the room themselves, then, in the, after a few months of being here and they've had some experience and they've seen how they feel and they see the effect that's happening. And maybe they've even started to figure out like, how much time do I really need in order to be able to really get my feet under me? Then I'll help them raise the funding so that we can continue to fund their room for beyond 6 months. But then there'll also be the folks who, they're in transition, but they also can afford to pay their rent. And, obviously we welcome those folks too. But if we have raised the funds to pay for a room, then, those who can pay do, and we can set aside that money for the time when somebody wants to come and cannot pay for it. That also means that it's not hitting us financially when there's an empty time between residents. And when it's empty, when there's no one staying there, then it's a guest room, or a 1 or 2 night kind of stay kind of thing. But I'd love for my mom to be able to come stay here for a week at a time, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to get her down here soon before there's a more longer term person in there. She could help me fine tune shit too. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hopefully I made that clarification. Okay. Let's go back to finishing this. Need to get outside. Shit. I've been going more than an hour. My head fucking hurts. We're going to come back to this. My head hurts. I have to pause. I have to stop. I need to go outside. Okay. Maybe I'll even do some barefoot time. Let's take this off. Let's take off the castor oil pack. I've had it on for a while. You can really keep them on as long as you want, but I kind of want it off right now. You see my bee bite? Oh, it's not that obvious on the screen. And it's not as bad. My whole foot was, see, that's pretty swelling. My whole foot was really swollen last night. Real swollen. But not as bad as it would be if I didn't have this on most of the day and right away. If I hadn't iced it right away. If I hadn't, I don't know, what else? I did a bunch of stuff. I took Benadryl. I know that helped too. Gonna put some evil bone water on it too. You don't know what evil bone water is yet, but it's fucking awesome. Not everybody likes it, like my daughter doesn't at all. There must be something in it that she doesn't react well to. But a lot of folks have done it, done their hands or their feet or their owies, whatever. Cut that out. That was dumb. It's perfect for muscles. I think basically any in pain that's kind of on the surface, however, it is transdermal. So like I've put it on my toe and it's the inside of my toe that hurts. Yeah, you really can't tell what that looks like. I think that's right. That's swelling. That's what it is. It's still very swelling. There's the red part right here because the little bee went in right about there. And then this is quite a bit of swelling. Okay. Quit the yapping. Go outside. I don't remember what I was even saying anymore. Oh, yeah. Evil bone water. It's fantastic. My mom and Jeanette both said it worked better for their arthritis in their hands than pretty much anything. Mom has a lot of knee problems and the evil bone water has helped that a great deal too. I have some repetitive kind of pains back here, kind of chronic thing that come up. It helps with that. I can't say if it helped with my cramps. I don't think it did. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Take a break. Okay, so I'm back with my next segment of the day. Okay, I just okay. There's something about right now my outer appearance and my probably some level of my inside self are really going for comfort clothing, despite it appearing to add a lot of weight. I really think I am not this. I'm not as puffy as my clothes make me appear. Okay, and the reason why I'm clarifying that is because if I don't, then I'm starting to like strengthen the body dysmorphia kind of thing, because I think that's what's going on here. But also there's just the like actually literally seeing. So anyhow, back on track. This is a plastic crate, which I shouldn't be holding or have it this close to me. It came from my daughter's house. She wears perfume. Guess what? It smells like perfume. I got can't deal with it right now, so I just put it outside. But isn't that crazy? I mean, do you really like putting something on your body that adheres to plastic forever? I mean, not forever. Plastic, at least you are able to get the with good vinegar and water, and maybe I don't know. I shouldn't have to scrub that. It'd probably just be spraying it with vinegar and water and wiping it off. It's probably all it's going to take. So that's one thing. Good thing about plastic. Fabric, it doesn't really work like that. So yeah, I want you to just take a little bit, and every now and then just think about there's this substance that I choose to put on my body that rubs off on other stuff, like my Lyft driver's car seat, my friend's jacket when we hug. My least favorite is my partner loves to hug people. I know that's not my least favorite. I like that part. I'm just getting to the next part. I love that he loves to hug people. I love that he loves to go stand at Portland Farmers Market with a free hug sign, and he brings friends along, because it doesn't go as well when he's there by himself. It just doesn't, and it makes sense. But it's better because he takes friends. So anyhow, chances are high in the first 3 to 5 people you hug, somebody's going to leave some residue behind. And when you hug, right, your head gets in the crook of somebody's neck, in their ear, their face a little bit, and they're close. My partner, boyfriend's a dumb thing. My partner goes to dance, and when he comes home, he almost always has to take a shower immediately. Like I can't even get a whiff of him before he goes to Dan. He goes to take a shower. There are times he has to scrub his skin with baking soda in order to, and vinegar and soap. And so there are times he has to go to great lengths to remove the residue from his skin. Sometimes it's on his arms. So anyway, this time, yesterday, he came home from dance, and there was definitely a smell that somebody with musk had come into contact with him somehow. But he said no one I hugged had fragrance on them, at least that I could notice. And there are times when even I don't notice until I feel it. Not every sense is turned up to full receptive state at all times. Thank goodness. So anyhow, he didn't come into contact with anybody that he was able to detect any smell. And there was actually even a friend who had become off limits because she transferred so much smell to him whenever they would come into contact, even briefly, that it was a real challenge for him to. Some of his shirts never came back into rotation because of it. So over time, he just kind of realized that the effect on himself as well as me, and the amount of time that it takes, and how long it takes me to recover after I've gotten stressed out about shit, somebody's, toxic sludge came home with you. That particular person has said, you know what? I've gone fragrance free. I don't have anything fragranced on me right now. And that, I can't remember what else she said about it. I think she said smelling good is supposed to be an invitation, not a repellent. And yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyhow, I was talking about the plastic bin. It will be savable. It will be cleanable. We will be able to get the smell off of it. I just think it's important to point out that, and if you don't, I took it outside a while ago, but if you saw it, it's not even something like this that has a lot of surface area. It is the kind that is just like a milk crate. It looked like a milk crate. So it doesn't, anyway, I could smell it because it was in my closet, and I have a big closet, but I could smell it in the closet. So it's been days, but I've been thinking I've got to get that out of my closet every time I go in there. But shit, you know what? I never remember to pick the damn thing up, or my arms are already full or whatever. So for days I've been going into my closet and smelling a chemical fragrance that I don't do well with. And so now I took it outside, and there'll be some extra work that needs to be done to make it usable, or I'll give it away to somebody. But I just really think about that, Will somebody do me a favor, please, and put in the comments, find a clip of the Seinfeld episode where the valet leaves his BO behind in Jerry's car. And typically, as a Lyft driver, I'll honestly say, I would rather somebody smell like farts or pee. I don't think I could get it. Anyway, there's a limit to what I can handle, right? But a few farts and a little bit, I could handle that better than somebody getting into my car wearing a musky cologne or something like that, or Tide, or Shout, or the Myers hand soap. What the fuck, Myers? Anyway, because the farts and the pee smell or whatever goes with the body. That odor goes with the body. I have never smelled somebody that had such stanky. Oh, you know what? They never say it's sweat. They never say it's sweat. What if it was a cologne? And Anyway, because there's some, like there really are some that transfer even with no contact. Anyway, I keep losing the thread. It's just, come on, y'all. You really want that shit on you? Yeah, it gets left behind. That's right. It gets left behind. Every single person who gets in my car who wears perfume or cologne or musk or uses fragrance laundry detergent leaves behind a little reminder of themselves. And the seat cover I bought, because I can't really afford a really good one, does not adequately cover my seat. And so the actual fabric of my seat is now somewhat permeated. And my car always smells of fragrance now. So I can do stuff about it, but it's more work and more expense. So I guess I'll be putting on my wish list the actual kind of car seat that I need, which is one that I can use vinegar and water on to clean, and that covers my seat completely. I don't know. I think I need one that I don't know. It's outside of my budget, but that's what I need in order to make my car safe for me, because I can take that off easily as well. My current car seat is also hard to take off. So I'm always putting the seats down because that contains some of the smell, but not all of it. And so, yeah, that's another reason I need to spend a lot less time in my car. And I don't really like riding in my partner's car because it still smells like the little fragrance trees that my daughter used to keep in there and that my stepdad used to keep in there. That also can be handled, but again, it's a very extensive cleaning process. So I don't like riding in Nancy either. So neither Kit, Kia, or Nancy are completely safe for me. Ideally, I just wouldn't get in either of them for a stretch of time. So yeah, that's the effect. That's the effect of spending some of your hard-earned money, and I am emphasizing hard and earned. You don't have to earn as much money if you're not spending as much money. So what if you didn't buy some chemicals to put on your body? Because they're really not good for you. They hurt you, and they hurt others. I bet you didn't know that all you're leaving just a little bit of yourself, and it's not just skin cells, it's your fucking smell. It's your smell. It's the body odor that is not leaving with the body. So yeah. Oh yeah, there was the request. Someone go find that Seinfeld clips, right? And there's one out there that's real tight. It specifically really highlights just the parts that are like, oh my God, my hair still smells. I've done all this. And, oh, my partner won't even come near me anymore because I smell like, I smell like the body odor. I bet they were talking about a freaking musk. And all these years I have thought it was sweat. That's interesting. Okay. Find the one that's really tight on that, right? Not a whole bunch of story. I mean, it should be less than a few minutes long if possible. And the repellent, she talks about how people can't come near her because of it. And she's taking a bunch of showers and she's changed her clothes. Jerry talks about that too. What was it? There's quite a bit of like really good specific talk about how could this possibly be? All these years, I just assumed it was sweat. It wasn't. I bet it was a very strong musk cologne, and it was somebody who wore a lot of it. That's what, yep. Okay. All right. What's somebody going to do now? That's right. Oh, I was going to get Brian's laundry out of the dryer, and then I'm going to put the stuff that's in the washer in the dryer. Then but I got to take my underwear out because those got to air dry. And then I got to put in the house towels and things and napkins. We need some more of those. I got to add that to the wish list too. There's another batch or two of fabric, quote unquote, paper towels So when I find them, I will put a link in the description, of course, because they are one of the things that are my favorite and I like them, but they tend to disappear a little. And I don't know how that happens, but it does. So, um, what else? I probably should take a bath. I know, I want to go see those transcripts. That's what I'll do is I'll go see those transcripts and I'll see how much more progress I can make based on the transcripts from yesterday. Oh yeah, we didn't finish listening to that message. Let's finish listening to what Chat and I did. What did we pull together? Where the hell did I leave my phone? I set it down somewhere. Holy shit, is it upstairs? I don't know. Let's get my steps. I'm gonna put my watch on so I can keep track of my steps. I brought the ionic foot bath downstairs today. Probably shouldn't do it near all my electrical stuff, but I'll figure out a way to hang out for half an hour over there and just soak my feet. And I bet that'll make my beesting foot feel better too. Okay. When I was a kid, my mom would be like, "Hey, Heather, who are you talking to?" And I'd be like, "My friends, me." So over time, I learned to not, talk in a lot of different voices. But I'm back to it. Talking in all the voices I want. And I talk so much my lips could fall off. And I know at times it gets really annoying, but you know what? Oh, I need my underpants. Where's my underpants? You know what is a good idea to remember? To grab any towels that are up right now. Ooh, I should go upstairs and get it. Grab any towels that are out right now and just throw them in the wash when you've got the space in the washer to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab a hand towel upstairs, and I think there's a couple washcloths that are ready to go into the wash. So yeah, because it's a little bit of a light load, and I want to. Have you washed your laundry by hand before? Not the delicates in the sink. That's not what I mean. Have you washed all of your clothes by hand, either with a washboard or in a
what do they call those those old, like early, the first kinds of electric washers. They're like a big drum, and then you had a crank, you squeeze the water out. You ever done that? I bet most people who've done that are a lot older than me. But yeah, we had that for a little while. But mostly we went to the laundromat in town, and we would come home with big ass bags of really fucking heavy wet clothes because we didn't have enough money to put them all through the dryer too, because whole family worth of people, that's a lot of clothes. So not enough money for dryers, so then we would need to hang them up. And it's not so bad when it's not that cold out, but in the winter time, when you got to hang up the wet clothes that you've had to haul out there, and it's gross out there, it's cold and it's windy, but you got to put them out because otherwise they'll mildew. And my gloves are too big, so I got to use my fingers sometimes to clip them. The cool thing is, so the freezing conditions dries them faster. Anyhow, it sucks. It sucks to have to hang your clothes in the freezing cold outside. So, yeah. I'm glad I have a washer dryer in the house now, and it's pretty great. It's real easy to get the laundry done now. Real easy. Oh, you know what? We could let's wash this towel too. I got this towel to get washed. Is my phone right now. Shit, I haven't gotten my watch either. I bet I left it upstairs. The primary reason for my watch is to find my phone. Oh, you were stealing my coat. Okay, message. You left me a voice message. Oh, look. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right. I should get off my feet again and finish listening to that message. I need to get my shit together and see if I need to do some shopping. So I'm gonna message my sweetheart right now and I'm gonna say, hey babe, what you doing? Are you gonna stop by gross out? Or do I need to put in an order? 'Cause he likes to do a lot of the shopping at grocery outlet. Okay, good. So I will quickly find out if he will take care of the shopping today or if I need to do some shopping. But when I do have to shop, I order pickup. I don't like going in the store, not at all. Not at all. Because I am always accosted by smells. I'm going to take another turmeric right now because I have more inflammation even than usual going on in my body. Ooh, I should have an everyday dose. That sounds good. It's a coffee replacement that I got to try and do a review of so that I can decide whether or not I need to pause the subscription. I got to pause the subscription because no matter what, I'm not going to get it right away. I got my first month free. Yay, he'll go tonight so I don't have to do it. I don't have to order groceries. That'll be really great because then anything he wasn't able to get, I can order for delivery tomorrow. I don't even have to get in the car, but I do. I'll probably go drive tomorrow. Anyway, back on track. Oh yeah, let's listen to the rest of that message. And I every time I am speaking at high speed and nonstop, almost every time I think, oh my God, I was such an asshole to my kid because one day I was so overstimulated and overtired. And I remember there were bright lights and I was trying to cook and I was under time pressure. And she came in the kitchen again after I had just kind of gotten into a flow and started talking. And I was like, Ainsley, I can't believe that your lips don't fall off because you talk so much. I hate that. Anyway, I know that I did that to my mom too, and she would send me outside sometimes, and sometimes would say it in a mean voice because that's all she had available. And I feel bad for saying, I can't believe your lips don't fall off or some shit like that. Because now I know it's our natural state. Because some people just speak at double speed or 1.5. Some people just already speak at 1.5. So we don't have to actually turn up the volume, turn up the speed. And for those of you who don't like to go this fast, you just turn it down. You know that, right? You can slow it down a little bit if that's how you like it. I'm going to test it. I bet if I slow myself down to 1.25, I bet that I talk about the pace that people seem to like. But anyhow, I am not going to throttle my speed because you aren't able to keep up. I'm not going to slow down because you're so much slower than me. Anyhow, they're the people who can keep up with me. So that's good. That's good. All right, let's listen.
Constantly drained by crisis. What their story illustrates, community supported stability allows creativity.
Let's back up a little bit.
Calibrate and remember what safety feels like. All tasks are divided, and someone always remembers to check in. A culture of consent and emotional clarity where people can ask for touch, comfort, or solitude safely. An environment stable enough to let their nervous system recalibrate and remember what safety feels like. What their story illustrates, healing is relational. When basic needs are met and the body can rest in consistent safety, true transformation becomes possible, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. The creative, entrepreneur apprentice. They're gifted, ambitious, and full of ideas, but instability keeps derailing them. They might be artists, makers, healers, or small business hopefuls who need mentorship and structure to build something sustainable. Healing House offers co-working sessions, mentorship, and business guidance through the Content Creator Apprentice CCA program. Opportunities to learn practical life skills, cleaning, organization, basic repairs, or online tools that build both confidence and income. A steady environment where creative energy isn't constantly drained by crisis. What their story illustrates, community-supported stability allows creativity to thrive. When people aren't fighting for rent or food, they can build businesses that reflect their real values and capacity. The Day Tripper.
Love this. So happy.
They already have housing but need connection, regulation, or simply a safe place to be. They're caregivers, freelancers, or chronically ill people who spend too much time isolated. Healing House offers day access for co-working, batch cooking, craft circles, or quiet porch time. Use of shared healing tools, sauna, vibroacoustic chair, comfortable spaces for rest. Accountability through body doubling sessions where just being together makes work or healing possible again. What their story illustrates. Healing House doesn't only serve residents, it's a daytime hub for gentle productivity, social nourishment, and belonging. Volunteer and community support, Healing House runs on more than money. It's sustained by a network of helpers, friends, and neighbors who show up to lend time, skills, and hands. Volunteers might help prepare rooms or deep clean the house before a guest arrives, run errands, deliver meals, or drive someone to a medical appointment. Join work parties to tend the garden, fix things, or prepare for gatherings. Assist with community dinners and events. This network extends care beyond the house itself. The same volunteers might go help a friend clean her apartment, clear a yard, or run errands for someone in recovery. It's a simple, organized way to make mutual aid part of daily life. Synthesis. Why Healing House matters. The world is full of people who fall through the cracks. Too sensitive, too sick, too honest, too independent to fit within existing systems. Healing House exists for them. It demonstrates that with modest, consistent support, a $2,000 a month foundation for coordination, plus funding for resident rooms, an entire ecosystem of care can flourish. Women can leave unsafe homes. Chronically ill adults can heal without isolation. Creatives can find the stability to build their livelihoods. Community members can access connection without bureaucracy. Volunteers can give in ways that directly improve the lives of people they know. Healing House is not a shelter, clinic, or retreat center. It's a living example of what a relational economy looks like in practice, a home that heals by being a home. Would you like this version formatted next as a readable GoFundMe draft with natural section breaks, headings, and brief intro line for the fundraiser page? That version would keep the same content, but simplify transitions and trim sentences so it feels conversational, inspiring, and easy to scroll.
We're close, but not quite there yet. I'm going to go find transcripts from work sessions I've had over the past couple of days, because I think that's going to be a far more effective way to continue to fine tune the message rather than, I'm going to go get that instead. So we're going to wait on that. For you to understand. Okay. All right. So videos, where were those videos? All right. So this isn't working for my eyeballs right now. How do I want to do this? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put my phone on do not disturb because I don't really want to hear from anyone. I don't want any sounds coming through and disturbing me, but let's make sure my kid gets through. Yeah, my kid and my partner, they both will come through, but other than that, then my phone gonna be quiet.
Okay, this pillow isn't working right there right now. Ooh, what if I put something between my legs? I bet that's nice. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Okay, gotta keep adding in the supports, you know, the different pillows and things to like support. Well, you're not gonna be able to see. You ain't gonna be able to. Okay, see, I got a pillow between my legs and my hot pad. Shit, you can't see. I don't want to figure it out. Too much trouble. Too much trouble. No, we're dead. Not priority right now. All right, so need Chrome. I don't remember if it was on Art of Processing or on Scrappy Entrepreneur School. Right now we are live on Scrappy Entrepreneur School. Not all of this is really what I want over here, though. I gotta move it back over to Art of Processing. All right, that was a field report. Huh. Did I record yesterday? Okay, I can't actually see. It's still in the way. All right. So what am I going to have to do to correct that issue? Still need a little bit of space, I guess, between my computer's getting too far off. I think I need down here, I'm going to need my larger desk. Just, okay. Get over it, get over it, get over it. And let's make this a little bigger. Because I don't have my glasses within reach right now. Do I? I do not. I wish I had a helper who could bring them to me, but I can't do that right now. Just gonna wait. Gonna zoom this in. Let's zoom this in. Oh, no. Let's zoom the whole screen. No, view. Go view. Zoom in. A little better. So what I'm doing right now. Oh, that's right. I kept all that. That's right. Okay. Did I keep all this? I did. Okay. Halloween. That's right. This is definitely not what I thought it was. That's right. Okay. No audio. Does that say that in the title? I must have recorded on Scrappy Entrepreneur School yesterday. No audio. It's a bummer. There was some fucking good stories in that session, but oh well. Okay, let's go over here. Let's open this other profile. Okay, are you over here? What's up? Oh, you are over here. This is... Okay, that means I got to end. All right. Thanks for being on the receiving end. No, I don't. I can put in another tab. That's what I can do. Then I'm going to drag the tab over here because this is where it's bigger and clearer and I like it better. All right. Go to your videos. Go to your videos. I'm going to go to live and there it is. No, it's not. I guess I didn't record yesterday. I could have swore I did. I know for sure I did. How is this happening? Oh my God, babies and puppies. I just can't right now with you. Editor. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this is. We're gonna go find the transcript. Cutting out some silence here. Okay, I did a lot of work. I think that was mostly on Ainsley's story, though. Oh, maybe I've already downloaded. Have I already downloaded them? No, but I wouldn't have already deleted them. Okay, I really need to start keeping notes. Okay, on where I leave things on videos. Oh, it looks like I could take the whole end off. Yes, you can. Oh my God. It stopped recording when I bet. I think this is what I was looking for, and it didn't work. What happened? Oh my God, I'm having the worst fucking tech issues. Okay. Okay, this might have some. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Okay, where's the transcript? Oh no, you didn't transcribe it. Oh man. Oh, not now. Okay, so there was something there. Okay, let's check this one. A lot was muted, but pretty sure the best stuff was saved. For a long time, I was toggling off the timestamps, but I decided to leave them because now I think it probably helps chat keep clearer track of, when topics change and stuff. Okay, so now, and also then I can say, hey, what's the start timestamp for any segment that's probably worth keeping. Okay. So I've made a little progress on my creating from poverty
series. And one, I'm deciding between these two options. This bullshit called cash. Rant from the trenches about how our so-called money isn't backed by anything real. The gold standard's long gone. Banks don't have to hold a cent. And what we call value is basically belief dressed up in numbers. When survival depends on trading your time for paper that can be declared worthless overnight, no wonder people are burning out. Really only kind of like that last sentence, but let's see. Why fiat currency is a dangerous fiction. The thing is, it can't have the word fiat currency in it because people don't know that that means the dollar. So maybe you say like why the dollar in parentheses fiat currency is a dangerous fiction. A crash course with a few F-bombs and how money actually works and doesn't. Once upon a time, dollars were tied to gold. Now they're tied to nothing but power and policy. From the US to India, governments can wake up one day and decide your cash doesn't count. If that doesn't make you rethink what we call security, nothing will. Okay, so there's some inaccurate stuff in here. From the US to India, no. And it's not a crash course. I don't know. So it's not ready to go because, okay, so I'm going to have to say, coming back to that. All right. Okay, so we're going to go to my YT transcripts. Oh my God, I have such a fucking fight with you about chat titles, for fuck's sake. Never mind. Oh, cool. Okay, so here's the transcript of my 6-month update. Or 6 months ago when things were real fucking rough. I don't know if I already downloaded that one. Okay, that's not what I'm going to do. Okay, here's couch time with Jeanette. Okay, I think I'm starting to get a little better at this. Okay, go here, new chat. I need my screen closer. Let's see, I need a better setup around her, but that's actually going to work. I don't need my laptop in front of this. Okay, great. New chat. Ooh, this is when it would be handy for me to have my separate little keyboard. Okay, cool. Psyched. That's good. New chat title, Halloween brain dump. I don't know what it's about, so I'll have to change it. Okay. This is a transcript of a video I made a few days ago. I don't actually know what I talk about. I'm pretty sure a lot of what I thought was recorded didn't actually get recorded. So I guess, yeah, give me a summary of what I talk about in this video, what kind of different topics. And shoot, there was something in another chat it did for me. Oh, give me chapters. That's right. That's what I can ask for. I included the timestamps for you. So I also want you to give me timestamps for chapter beginnings. And keep in mind, the way we do chapters is I like them to be 3 to 5 minutes or more. The title is just a simple couple of key words as to what's in that chapter, because I'll correct it later. And then you give me like a 1-sentence synopsis of what's happening in that chapter. As well as there are start points for a chapter that's cut it out. It's silence, or it's just a bunch of mishmash noise or something. I want you to tell me when those chapters begin. and just title those Cut It Out. Okay, so now let's paste that transcript.
Bye-bye.
I think, keep in mind, I do sing a lot.
Let's see what it tells me this video was about. See if it was pretty helpful.
Can you read to me, or do I have to do that only on my phone? No, I don't want you to read to me. Okay. All right. So what I've started doing is I've just been taking this, cutting and pasting it right into the video description. Okay. So copy. No, I don't want a table. Gonna go to art of processing. Is that where that video was? Yes, it is. It's on art of processing, and it's this. Where is it? Oh, 6-month progress from rock bottom. Okay. So I'm going to paste all that. I'm going to take the summary, though, and put that at the top. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, did I talk about any stuff? Okay, good. I do. Okay, good. I do talk about GoFundMe for a little bit and healing house goals. All right, great. So I need to. Okay. All right. So okay. So what I'm going to say, I need to be able to really easily voice record. Oh, start dictation is function D. Rough draft needs improved title, comma, description, comma, chapters, etc.
Oh, I bet that is time for my Adderall. Shit. That means I'm going to have to get up soon because I keep forgetting to put up some of it in this desk. Okay, what I could also do is, okay, I'm going to take this paragraph, and instead of it being a note to me, I'm going to say, hey, chat, turn this into, okay, turn this part into the actual video description instead of phrasing it as if you're speaking to me. Oh, who is that? I don't know. Somebody who sent me $200. All right, I'll take it. All right, so now what I've got is a still very rough video. Needs light edit. Okay, I'm going to say chapters. Oops. Okay, I'm using the word draft a lot because I don't want to be thinking, no, this is as good as it gets, because it's not. Okay, so you know what? We're just going to go ahead and do it. Okay, we're going to move the date to all right. Okay, let's say, Mm-hmm. 6-month progress report. Okay, let's do that. That looks good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and make it public, and where else am I gonna put it? I quite figured out my organization system to keep track of all my videos and what stage they're in. So I need to probably just set up playlists that are literally like, I don't know, stages. Needs more organization. Really need some help is what it really needs. I need help. I need my content creator apprentices. I need my content creator apprentices to show up and start helping around here. I really need your help. Okay, so great. Now let's go here. Okay, so this one I have. Oh, I haven't done the transcript yet. Let's get the transcript. Okay. I'm on the porch. Joe transcript. Okay. 140. Okay, copy. Go back to ChatGPT. Give me ChatGPT. Give me ChatGPT. Give me ChatGPT. Okay. This is a transcript from a live video on October 30th.
Give me the same thing you just did, but okay, wait. Okay. This is kind of changing the flow with the, with the titles and descriptions and I think it's actually going to save me a lot of time. Okay, to do it this way. Give me a summary, but written as if it is the description for the video, and give me chapters with the time step for their beginning, a very brief title that indicates what the chapter is about, a brief synopsis of what the chapter is about, and noting any chapters that can actually be removed because they're silence or just miscellaneous noise. And so, yeah. Okay, give that to me. Oh, how about this? How about you actually also start giving me keywords? Give me the top 5 keywords that are likely to be SEO helpful. I guess I could have worded that different, but anyway, I don't care. Okay. 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 Let's see what you got. What you got? Give it to me. Give it to me. What you got? What you got? What you got? Give it to me. What you got? All right. So, fuck. I lost so much work by not having a bunch of stuff recorded. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's this person who she must have changed her name. All right. I'm going to have to get up and get my Adderall. Okay, I guess what I'm gonna find here. Okay, that's right. I do have some transcript that I need to feed to chat. That's why. Okay. Can't remember where you said to cut it out. Okay, so it's right here. Okay. I know. And I want that beverage too. I did. Okay, I need to extend that. All right, this is not actually the best use of my time. It's really not. And if I change this, it's going to change all the chapters. And so I'll have to start again. And that's obnoxious. Don't want to do that right now. Okay. So I'm going to have to go back. Discard. Okay. A little bit needs to be cut out because the street sign is visible. The timestamps below are based on unedited stamps. How do I make it turn on? Okay, you did. Okay. Shoot. All right, and my knee's starting to not like being bent like this. It's getting tired. Okay. All right, so just wrap this one up real quick. Okay. Okay, that one's saved. All right, so now we're going to go back and we're going to get back to that. Okay. Okay, right. All right, so oh, I see what it'll do. Okay. Okay, so what I can do. Okay, oh, that's right. So my next step, since I have the timestamps now for the sections that are specifically about what I want, now I can go back to the YouTube and I can go to make clips and using these timestamps, just grab all of that transcript, just these timestamps transcript, and then bring it back to work on. Okay, so I got to go get 23 through 23 to 29. Oops. And I guess while I'm up, I will, that's not what I want, asshole. I will get eye drops. No, I don't remember. Okay. what did I say the time was again? 23 to... well, $23.18 to... guess that was it. No, I do want that part too. Okay, 1 to 3. No, 1 to 5, 6. Okay. I guess I really want everything. One to 7. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm gonna copy. Go chat. Okay. We're going to work on Halloween brain dump first. Here is a couple of sections from the transcript that are specific to fundraising, business, updates on where Jeanette and I were 6 months ago, healing house, any of that sort of stuff. I am going to do my best to cut and paste that in here, and I want you to give me back a more clear synopsis focused on that stuff, and what specifically. Okay, I'm not sure. I can always ask for. Okay. Give me a clear synopsis of what was said, as well as any pieces that are improvements upon or clarification of the projects that we've been working on. Okay. All right. So, oh shit. No, that's all of it. That's not what I wanted. That's not it. Okay. So I still had the wrong cut and paste in there. I need to go back to here. Okay, so no, wait, what's this? Okay. Okay, now I got to go find the other part. So also I need to go to okay, so then 20 through 29. Okay. Hi. Okay, next I need to get, let's see, back here. Okay, so there we go, do that. Okay. I'm not getting anything from these guys. God damn it. It's just another wire. Oh, it still didn't get out of it. Let's see. What's the best way to fold in what you have learned from this transcript into the chat healing house planning project? Connect what you have learned. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's just see what it does. Let's just give it to me. Okay, so I got that. I have it in. Let's see. There was something else I was going to get. Maybe it's time to move in the back room. I guess it's time for me to stop this session.